This is the War Brief Daily for April 3rd, 2026, covering the Russia-Ukraine theater. Tonight, we are tracking 4 confirmed developments. Russia's largest overnight drone barrage in recent weeks, a confirmed Ukrainian deep strike that cost Russia over $1 billion in oil revenue in a single week, active frontline shifts in Donetsk and Kharkiv, and a significant Russian drone upgrade that is directly targeting Ukraine's air defense advantage. We will also flag several emerging claims at the end and close with what to watch next. First, the drone barrage. This is confirmed by the Ukrainian Air Force. Overnight, Russian forces launched 289 drones in a single wave, one of the largest of this conflict. The mix included Shahed, Gerbera, and Italmas-type systems, launched simultaneously from 4 directions: Oriol and Kursk to the north, Milarovo to the east, Krasnodar Krai to the southeast, and occupied Crimea to the south. Ukraine's air defenses intercepted 267 of the 289, a 92% intercept rate. "20 drones got through. Those 20 struck 11 locations across Sumy, Odesa, and Poltava oblast, and Ukrenergo confirmed power outages across 5 oblasts as a result. A 92% intercept rate is operationally strong, but 20 drones reaching energy infrastructure still matters. Second, the Ust-Luga oil strike. This is confirmed by the Leningrad Oblast governor and verified by Russian opposition reporting. Ukrainian drones hit the Ust-Luga oil export port on the Baltic Sea, setting a 50,000-ton storage tank on fire. This is part of a week-long campaign targeting Russian oil infrastructure that has also hit the Kirishi refinery, the Novatek terminal, the Transneft terminal at Primorsk, and a Russian patrol icebreaker at a Vyborg shipyard. Bloomberg reported, citing tanker tracking data, that these strikes reduced Russian crude oil flows by 1.75 million barrels per day and disrupted more than $1 billion in oil revenue in a single week. Tanker loading at the 2 key Baltic ports collapsed from 18 vessels to just 6. Ukraine is hitting Russia's war financing directly. Third, the front line. Geolocated footage confirmed by ISW shows Russian forces advancing in and around Kostiantynivka in Donetsk, pressing toward Drushkivka from multiple directions. Ukrainian forces made confirmed advances near Kupiansk and southwest of Pokrovsk. Ukrainian drone operators also confirmed strikes on a Russian Buk M3 and a Tor air defense system in occupied territory. The broader picture. ISW confirms Russian advance rates have dropped from 11 square kilometers per day in early 2025 to 5.5 square kilometers per day now, a 50% slowdown year over year. Fourth, and most tactically significant, Russia has begun equipping expendable Shahed drones with R-60 air-to-air missiles, short-range, heat-seeking missiles designed to force Ukrainian interceptor aircraft and counter-drone systems to evade a real threat rather than engage the drone. This is confirmed by Ukraine's Ministry of Defense Technology advisor. Russia is arming throwaway drones to degrade the very intercept rate Ukraine just demonstrated. Expect this to evolve. On emerging and unconfirmed claims, Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed the seizure of Mala Korchakivka north of Sumy. ISW has not confirmed this. Russian mill blogger reports of additional advances in northern Sumy Oblast are single source only. A credible but unconfirmed report from Medusa suggests elements of the 76th Airborne Division may be repositioning toward Dobropilya in Donetsk, a move that could open a western approach toward Kramatorsk. That axis is worth watching closely. Here is what to monitor in the next cycle: whether Russia launches retaliatory infrastructure strikes against Ukraine following the Ust-Luga campaign, satellite confirmation or denial of the Mala-Korchakivka claim, actual positioning of the 76th Airborne near Dobropilya, and whether the Shahed with decoy missile tactic appears in the next drone wave, and how Ukrainian air defenses respond. That is your War Brief Daily for April 3, 2026.